Hi, Lisa Sacchetti here, and today I'm chatting with Mike Roseman from Effective School Solutions, ESS, who is the Senior Vice President of District Partnerships. Mike, thanks for taking the time to talk today.
So much, Lisa.
So tell us a little bit about your relationship with our organization, the Renaissance Network.
Relationship actually goes back a long way. Lisa, DRN did some hiring for me at my former organization. And then I was always kind of in her tickler file for as opportunities came along. And interestingly, she came to me with the opportunity for Effective School Solutions. It seemed like a great marriage of my interests and experience. And so she was actually the one who recruited me, or the organization recruited me. And then when I started to build a sales team, it was my immediate step. Let me talk to Lisa and TRN about having them on board and hire new people for the organization as we were growing.
Awesome. And I think we also hired your head of marketing there too.
You did too.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. So I know we've been working together for quite a while, but tell us about what you perceive the value that we bring when you're looking to add on talent.
So I started to generate a list because I do like lists, but I also want to keep it succinct. But there is no shortage of benefits that working with TRN provide prospective employers. So first, let me just start with like sourcing of candidates. That's an extremely time-consuming process. I tried it, I did it, I failed, was awful experience. So never again from that situation. So even just starting there, the sourcing of candidates is a strength that they bring. I think on top of that, then you get into a lot of the things that they set themselves apart for, which is the caliber of the personnel that they're bringing you. I think where it starts is TRN does an incredible job of understanding the market, understanding the kind of what your organization provides, the type of hiring profile that you're looking for, which is obviously very, very different for each organization. And then they really look to match personnel with the required skill set and kind of the needs that you've expressed through ongoing conversations. So they do a great job at personnel. I think they obviously are without peer in terms of their understanding of the education market. So they can pull from that area, and they can pull from any different areas and verticals. They're just kind of very adept at that. They obviously have a proven track record. I think it's important when you're vetting different organizations to look at like the quantity of people that they've placed, the levels of all of those personnel, the speed at which they can provide those personnel, and also the quality of those personnel. And the final thing I'll just say is that the management of the entire process, they do an outstanding job. The candidate report that they provide, the weekly calls that kind of keep you focused, even the assessment, which I will tell you, I realize that I'm not good at geometry or anything like that. I think it's really good about bringing high caliber candidates. And I will tell you that this is a competitive labor market. And so they do a good job of also coaching people, both candidates, but also employers through the process. So there were times that I was too deliberate, and the Renaissance Network was talking to me about how we need to kind of continue moving things forward with all of these candidates. So I felt like I got a lot of coaching as well and really appreciated that.
Well, that's great, Mike. It's good to hear that. And we do pride ourselves on the process, as you know. So one last question I have to ask, would you recommend TRN to other organizations that are looking to grow and add talent?
I mean, it's the only organization that I use for my for as my sales team grows. And so definitely would recommend the Renaissance Network.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for chatting with us today and doing this testimonial.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa, for having me.